Today's guest joined Clean Biz Network back in 2022 before they was even old enough to drink. Please welcome back the owners of Marola Cleaning. Where are you today as far as revenue goes with your cleaning business?
As of today, we basically just at 400K in yearly revenue now.
Did y'all find is the best way to find customers now?
I did a cold call and we saw success in that, and we basically just ran with that ever since.
The cold call is definitely the number one now, but we definitely been getting contracts through other methods now. Like we do the cold calling as the primary.
We're not really in the field. We don't really have to be. So our main goal is just hiring the best talent that we can possible. Right now, we hire 1099. That's like our business model.
They're independent cleaners that then come in, work for us as a 1099 contract. I would say there's nothing to be scared of, really.
You're either going to do it right now or you're never going to do it. So the best time is always now. That's all we got.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy, boy. You talking about, what y'all about, 22 now?
Yeah, I'm about to be 22 end of this month.
Yeah, I'm 22.
Headed to the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. Don't flash it for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.
What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons checking in with another great interview for you guys. And today's guest joined Clean Biz Network back in 2022 before they was even old enough to drink, y'all. And this their second appearance, so they're not strangers to the show. In the first interview, they talked about how they pretty much was approaching that six-figure mark. And today we bringing them back to check on them. See what the progress that they made. So without further ado, please welcome back the owners of Marola Cleaning, Mr. Ola Kempfer, aka Ola, and Amir, aka Fetty Fitness. Welcome, fellas. What's going on?
What's up, AJ? Thank you for having us. I appreciate it.
What's going on?
Absolutely. So y'all already know how we get started with it. So if you don't mind sharing about roughly where are you today as far as revenue goes with your cleaning business?
So as of today, we basically just at 400K in yearly revenue now. So that's about what we're doing right now.
Hey, that's crazy, bro. My editors got to make sure they put some applause or something on that part. That's crazy right there. So before we jump into how y'all built to that point, first we got to slow down a bit. We're going to rewind and just remind the people again about who you are, where you're from, a little bit about your background.
Okay. My name is Amir Brown. I'm from Central New Jersey. And, I was just born out in New Jersey, just a regular kid, played sports my whole life. And I wanted to start my own business, at an early age. And, I've just been locked in, focused ever since.
That's what's up.
All right. And my name is Ola Kempfer Port Benny. And I was born in Nigeria, moved to the Caribbean, then moved to America when I was 7. Same thing, just always wanted to be great, always wanted to do something different. And met Amir in high school, we clicked up, locked in. And when we both got to college, started the business and it's focused up until now we're here.
That's what's up, fellas. So let's talk about, because, all right, I ain't going to do too many basic questions, but some people might have missed the first interview. So for those who did, make sure y'all go click and watch that other one after this too. But I'm going to give y'all a little bit of something. We're going to get some game out of them first off. So let's just start off with the name. A lot of people can't figure out how to come up with the name. So how did y'all come up with the name Marola Cleaning?
I think a lot of people overcomplicate the name for real. It's just something simple. It's my name. It's Amir's name, Amir, and then Ola. We just said Marola Cleaning. Just came up with it. That was it. You can't overcomplicate it because it really doesn't matter that much at the end of the day.
Right. Yeah. I love that. And now that I look at the shirts, I like those logos too. Like, who did that? How y'all come up with that?
The logo, I think Ola came up with having some type of character, and we just, wanted to make basically somebody that looks kind of like us, similar. So we just wanted to put them on our logo, and that's the brand now.
Like something recognizable that, if you see it, you're going to recognize it.
That's what's up. Now, what services do you offer with y'all company?
We offer commercial cleaning, for the most part, basic commercial cleaning. We did kind of weaned away from residential. We just mainly focus on the commercial aspect, and we just subcontract the rest out, and so that's our main bread and butter right now is commercial cleaning.
Got you. So I remember from the first interview because I did my homework a little bit,
Mhm.
and y'all were doing some residential. So what made y'all steer to go just straight commercial now?
Just really just wanted to focus up. Residential is cool, but it's not like it doesn't really fit our style and how we want to run our business. So we wanted to just lock in and just completely focus on commercial, and because we overall think it's more consistent, and
Yeah,
we overall like doing it more.
Okay,
it's a
that's what's
lot
up.
more. It's a lot less variables. I think you can control the commercial aspect a lot more than residential. Different people, different houses. It's kind of like you walking into something different every time. So commercial gets a lot. It's better for consistency and growth. That's what we thought.
Okay, that's what's up. I love it. Now, as far as customers, when y'all first started y'all business, what was the first how did y'all find y'all first commercial customer? And then today, is that still the same way that y'all find is the best way to find customers now?
Our first contract our very first contract was
So
technically off of like a cold call. So what was said? Well, our very first was off of a referral off of my mom for where she worked at. So we did the beginning off of where my mom worked
yeah,
at. Yeah, that was like our very first account at our office. We was able to get in off of a referral from my mom. But then after that, we started cold calling. I did a cold call, and we saw success in that, and we basically just ran with that ever since.
That's what's up, bro. So basically, now to even today,
yeah.
cold calling is pretty much y'all go-to way to do it.
Yeah,
I mean, we kind of cold calling is
yeah,
definitely the number one now, but we definitely been getting contracts through other methods now. Like we do the cold calling as the primary. We also do cold emailing now. We send out hundreds of emails every day, different businesses. And then our website, we optimize it as well. Our Google page, make sure that that was on point. So now we got people calling us now consistently, reaching out to us like, hey, can you come in and give us a quote? So it's basically three main methods. Definitely cold call number one. Cold email actually been working a lot better than we expected, and then also the organic reach through our website and having a good Google page.
yeah.
Love that. Hey, look, and I want to point out something too to the listeners because y'all said that the very first one y'all got, shit, your mom got it actually. Fetty, your mom got it. So I'm like, most people probably hear that and it's gonna go over their head and they're gonna be like, well, I ain't got no mama that can give me a contract, but you listening wrong. See, we all got somebody, like everybody got jobs, right?
Yeah,
Somebody working somewhere that
yeah,
got a building that need to be clean. So I would say reach out to everybody on your phone. That's probably the best
yeah,
place to start. Somebody got somewhere that they work that probably need to be clean. So I want to make sure I slow that down so everybody can, catch that gem y'all just dropped right there. All right, now
Mhm.
I remember in the first interview, Fetty said that y'all had started hiring immediately, and so I want to know. Well, clearly, y'all, if y'all hit the number y'all hit, then clearly y'all still got people working for you. So I was trying to see like are y'all doing like any cleaning at all these days, or is that all y'all got all people cleaning all the buildings?
For the most part, not really. I do a once a week account.
Yeah,
It takes me about an hour, but really, no, we're not really in the field. We don't really have to be. So our main goal is just hiring the best talent that we can possible.
Yeah,
that's
like
beautiful.
like he said, if we want to go in there, like if we got a super easy account, like I could have scraped this, 30 minutes, 1 hour. Yeah, we'll go in there and do it, but we definitely don't have to. If we didn't want to clean it all, we definitely would have to clean it all.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy, bro. You talking about what y'all about 22 now?
Yeah, I'm about to be 22 end of this month.
Yeah, I'm
Man,
22.
that's crazy, bro. You talking about 22, 21, doing about a half a million in revenue, and
Mhm.
then ain't even got like, come on, bro. Come on now. Look, wait, I gotta sit down and get y'all flowers on that one. All right, no. So
I
I'm gonna keep it
appreciate
going though. All right. So as far as the workers, are y'all doing subcontractors or W2 employees? And then why y'all choose to go that route?
Right now we hire 1099. That's like our business model. We only hire 1099, but we refer to them all of them as our partners. So it's like a partnership that we all have, and we basically give them the accounts and basically just we don't really oversee them as much. You know, we trust them and we basically just give them the accounts and we let them service them, you know, as their own business.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's basically kind of like I think it's kind of like we like managing now more than actually, providing the cleaning. Obviously, we send the people in there, we vet them, we give them some light training, but like you said, they all, clean independently. They're independent cleaners that then come in, work for us as a 1099 contractor.
Okay, but now how are y'all going about like finding y'all workers? Because I've heard so many times nobody want to work. I can't find good workers. So how are y'all going about finding y'all workers?
Yeah, that's definitely not true. First of all, like people are always looking. People always need a job. I don't. Like, you always see on social media people talking about nobody's hiring me. Say we're hiring. We're always hiring. Yeah, so I don't really know, but I mean, we just post our ads. We post ads offline for the
Mhm.
most part, and people apply off of our application list. Or you can reach out to us, from our website, cleaningservices.com, and you can just either reach out to us and we'll get you an interview process from there, and we just either vet you out and we hire you or not.
And also to touch on that, I think it's a bad mindset to say that nobody wants to work and nobody wants to hire, because it kind of takes the responsibility away from yourself. Because a lot of these companies that are trying to hire people, they're not even making themselves approachable or attractive to somebody who want to come and work for you on a serious level. Your business, your website might be not on point. They show up to an interview, you don't have a uniform on. Sometimes it's not even an interview process at all. So it's hard for somebody that's actually a good person that wants to put in work to come and take you seriously, because you're not making yourself attractive enough to attract good people. So it's not like nobody wants to work. I think it's you're not attracting the right people based on how you're operating.
Facts. Hey. That's a reality check right there. I love that. Now, when the last interview we had, y'all talked about how y'all. But actually, I think Amir just mentioned it again. That y'all met in high school, and so I know for me and a lot of other people, we had to kind of break away from those high school friends in order to kind of find success and find our way out here. So with y'all, on the other hand, y'all were able to actually stick together and build something great. So I guess I'm trying to figure out, like, what do y'all think made it work for y'all to be able to still remain friends even after high school and continue to build together?
I feel like we always was on similar, thinking levels, and we always had a similar goal in mind. So that's always kept us on the right track. And we understand each other. Most people, I guess, as you get older, they start to like, go into different ventures, but we always had like a similar goal in mind, which kept us, glued together.
Yeah, I would say even like when he had moved away to, Florida, we weren't even seeing each other, because he wasn't living in the same state. We still kept in contact. So I think I was like, all right, definitely, the friendship is definitely real. So if we always still communicated with each other, even when we're not there. And then when he came back, he saw what I was trying to do and he immediately jumped on it like, yeah, we could definitely do this. And I think the number one thing is just the trust. Like I know that, if we got to do some work, we got to put in work. Amir's ready to put in work. And I think he feels the same way about me. We always ready to put in the work together, got the same goal. We understand what's at stake and what we're trying to do. And as long as we both on the same page, I think that's what really makes it work.
That's what's up. So I guess on that same note, then, what advice would you give to somebody that's thinking about going into a partnership with a friend? Because I know for me, I always kind of like I'm about 85, 90% always on the side of don't do that partnership shit. You know what I mean? Like I tried it, I done it a couple different times, but it was just like, nah, I'm good. So what advice would y'all give to like actually do make it work if you really do decide to do it with your friend?
Definitely, you need to know, obviously know what that person is capable of, because we going into business, there's a lot of uncertainties. So you got to know that that person is not gonna, fold on you, turn your back on you. So you got to make sure that that person is a solid person before you even really go into business with him or her. That's just very
Mhm.
important. You got to make sure they're on point.
And I think another thing is you got to know that you got to put the relationship over money. You got to put the
Mhm.
relationship over everything else. Because a lot of people, they'll get into business with their friends. It's cool, but then once money starts getting involved, and that's why I think where all the problems start. You just got to understand that no amount of money should be able to be more valuable than the relationship that you built, because it's really rare to find somebody else that's really on the same page that you can trust. So if you start thinking, oh, let me take this money, let me try and do this and that, it's really not worth it at the end of the day. So the
Love that.
relationship has to take precedent over any amount of money or anything else.
Facts. Appreciate that. Now, I gotta ask y'all this. Y'all some young fellas, so where the Lambo at? Like, where the Lambo? Where the flashy jewelry? What I mean? Like, what we doing? Y'all ain't going to y'all ain't going to Colombia, nothing. Like, what we out in Thailand? Like, what we doing? Like,
Uh,
like
well, yeah, I'm about to go to Mexico, but for the most part, I mean, I'm
That's
really introverted. What'd you say?
I said that stuff isn't really important, especially right now. Like you said, we super
Yeah,
young. All of that's gonna come later if we wanted to. So there's really no rush for us to try and do something that's really not necessary at the time. It's gonna make you lose focus, in my opinion. You focus on that stuff. That means you're doing it, for other people. We know what we have, know what we're trying to do. So better to put your head down right now, really build something up first before you start doing that and trying to get a little bit of money now. Oh, let's do this, let's do that. I think it's just gonna make you lose focus.
yeah. And I really know I'm picking with you because when you young and you after this entrepreneur dream, people always think you just rich, you automatically supposed to, you know what I mean? You supposed to so be flashy immediately, you supposed to, you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah,
that's why I had to come out and ask y'all, like where the
Mhm.
flashiness? Why y'all ain't, you know what I mean? So that's why I had to ask that, you know what I mean?
You
yeah,
gotta reinvest in the business first before you can do that
Facts.
stuff.
yeah, bro. We're not
Okay,
really big
now,
on flashy, man. We just trying to keep grinding, but we young, we can, shine a little when we get a little older. Right now, that's not our main priority.
facts,
Mm-hmm.
facts. Hey, look, and I'm gonna tell you now, 30 ain't old. You think that, you know what I mean, when you're younger.
30 not old. Wow, I
I
hear
tell
that
you,
That's just getting started, yeah.
for
facts.
real.
All right, now what's been the hardest part for y'all as far as building your business?
Mm. You answer that, bro?
I mean, I don't know. I don't like. There's certain things that I don't like to think of. Like I don't really like to believe anything as hard. I just feel like everything has a different requirement. The requirement to be broke, the requirement to be like everybody else is. You do what everybody else does. The requirement to get to where we want to go is you put in the long hours. You work constantly, you reinvest. So I don't think people should think of it as hard because then it kind of makes it like it's like a mental thing in your head, like, oh, this is hard, this is hard. You just gotta think of it as there's certain requirements. It might be uncomfortable, so I could say the most uncomfortable thing I could say that was definitely the beginning stages, like the first 2 years, really trying to figure out, our footing, trying to build, especially when we switched over to the subcontractor model. I think that was the most uncomfortable part because we had made a lot of mistakes with bringing in people that we weren't supposed to, losing accounts. So definitely the first 2 years, I would say, the initial stages of trying to build that foundation was definitely the most uncomfortable part about it, in my opinion. But I don't know if you got another one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you said, like, yeah, I don't really like to think like I can't really like something like above me or hard. I just, just you got to just do what you got to do. But I say the most uncomfortable thing about running a business is just dealing. I say, really dealing with different types of personalities, different type of people, because this is a people, a service business. So our product is the service. So the people that we have in there is everything. So dealing with different types of people, you know, you never really know what somebody's gonna wake up and feel one day. So you gotta always be able to keep a business mindset. Always make sure you're just able to understand other people. So I feel like that's one of the most. It
Yeah,
could be a little challenging sometimes dealing with different type of personalities and everything like that.
yeah. Keep your cool one day. Do things that you're not
Yeah, yeah,
supposed
yeah, man.
For
That's like
sure,
one of the biggest things.
to. Yeah.
for sure. All right, back now. We gonna jump into the lightning round. I got a bunch of like words and phrases here, and I just want to say them off, and then you just tell me the first thing that come to mind. All right, y'all ready?
All right.
All right, cool. So first one, New Jersey.
Home.
Yeah, I would say home too.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
just
okay. Next one. This one is for Ola. It's
Okay.
Nigeria.
That's also a whole. That's like, I think that's foundation. I'll say foundation. Foundation.
But okay. Next one, both of y'all, entrepreneurship.
Freedom.
Long term.
But okay. Next one, the cleaning industry.
Lucrative.
I say consistent. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next one, social media.
Double-edged sword.
Interesting.
But all right. I agree with both of those. All right. Which platform you spend the most time on? Which social media platform do y'all spend the most time on? Just for like leisure.
YouTube. For
YouTube.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. What's something that you splurged on since y'all started getting some money with y'all cleaning company?
I guess trips, like going on different trips. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I said a car. I got a car.
Okay,
BMW.
okay, bet. I love it. Okay. Now, what's something you look forward to splurging on as your business continue to grow?
Splurge. I mean,
Watch. Nice
yeah,
Okay.
watch.
yeah. I might get the grills for sure. I want some diamond grills.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on
Okay.
that.
But
Yeah.
all right. Next thing I got for you is fitness.
Necessary.
Yeah. Health.
I thought for sure you were gonna say Fetty. Little Fetty fitness. All right. Next one I got the purpose of life.
I think I don't know. If I do one word. You said one word for this?
It ain't gotta be one word. The first thing to come to mind.
Okay.
Oh,
I would say the purpose of life is do what you want to do with your life. Do what you want to do when you want to do it. That's just how I feel. Do what you want to do when you want to do it because it's your life.
yeah. I definitely just say purpose of life is to constantly get better, constantly improve.
Okay, fair enough. I purposely asked that to y'all for y'all perspective, and then I'm gonna get somebody that's older than me on here, and I'm gonna ask them the same thing. That's the first time I threw that one in there. All right, but next one I got Clean Biz Network.
Community.
Yeah. Help. I'll say help.
Okay, but all right,
Definitely
cool.
help a lot.
Appreciate that. Next one I got favorite hobby when you got some free time.
All right. Listening to books. Listen to probably like programs, just self-development stuff, right? Anything that could probably make me learn something.
I just like putting myself do like physically hard things, like just working out,
But
kind of like relaxing my mind.
fair enough. All right, favorite YouTube channel other than y'all's or mine.
I started watching somebody, I'd say recently, the most recent one I've really been on is Game God Goldie. I found him on YouTube. He says a lot of, personal development, mindset. I really like that type of content.
Yeah. For me, I've been watching what's his face? He's like a entrepreneur, Aristotle Investments.
Okay, yeah.
I watch him.
Familiar with
I
him,
get a
yeah.
lot of I get a lot of game off his YouTube channel, and yeah, I like his channel a lot.
But okay. All right, next one I got is best decision you've made in business so far.
Hiring people from Nigeria to do online work.
Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely a good one. For me, I'd say hiring subcontractors.
But fair enough. Shout out to my guy Addy. He's in Nigeria. He runs my tech stuff. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
All right. But now that's the end of the lightning round. Actually, no, it's not. I got one more for y'all that I always do. So at the end of the lightning round, I always say top 5 rappers all time. With y'all, this gonna be the first time I switch it. Because I asked y'all that last time, even though Fetty look like he ready, I see those records in the background. I should have stuck with it. Right. Top 5 entrepreneurs all time.
I would say I'm not gonna say in any particular order, but I'll just say 5 that I definitely look to a lot. I would say Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
I like Brian Tracy.
Okay.
Brian Tracy as well. Alex Hormozy. I think Alex is really doing a lot of changing a lot of stuff. Steve Jobs. Definitely Steve Jobs. Yeah. Sam Walton.
That's solid. I like that. Okay. Top 5. All right. What you got, Fetty?
Yeah. Yeah, no particular order. Elon Musk. I like Alex Hormozy too. I like his content. He's a good entrepreneur. There's so many.
Yeah.
Owner
So,
of NVIDIA, Jensen Huang.
yeah, Jensen, when you're the agent, yeah,
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 Okay.
Jensen.
him and
We got two more.
yeah, Aristotle Investments.
Okay.
Probably Andy Elliott,
Andy
Oh,
Elliott.
yeah.
Okay.
or Wes Watson. Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's a good one.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I love it. I love it. Now that's the end of the lightning round. I do got a few more questions for y'all, and then we're gonna close it out. All right. So next question I got is: if you had to start all over, you lose the whole business. Everything somehow just miraculously stops, but you still got all the knowledge that you got. What would you do to get back to where you are today?
I would definitely say utilize the cheaper online labor immediately from the jump to buy back time that we was using to do a lot of stuff that could have been done by other people. Anything that could be done online, I'd definitely say I would have jumped into that immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, just definitely getting faster. To like I say, I would just get straight into just delegating. Firing, just straight to finding the best talent. Make sure we just systemizing that as fast as possible, finding good people, and like soon, because in the beginning we were both handling all of the tasks. So I would just say we would just go straight into our lanes and just keep
Yeah, that's true.
doing what we do best.
Yeah.
Because we both got two separate like tasks in the company, so I say we would just get straight into that, like off rip.
But
That's
okay.
true.
Can I jump into that for a minute? So let's talk about that because, like, I think that's something that a lot of partnerships miss, where they don't make it clear about who's in charge of what. You know what I mean? So how do y'all define that, and then like, what are y'all different roles in the company?
I think we defined it just based on the strengths that we had because it was crazy before we started the company. I had worked for a little time for a sales company, and he had worked for a little time for a commercial cleaning company. So it was just like it was kind of a no-brainer. I'll just handle the sales and marketing stuff, and he'll handle all the operations. So that's how it was easy to define it. And yeah, so I just do sales, marketing, anything to do with that, and then he does operations.
But now that's fire right there. I think that, and that's really all you need.
Mhm.
Somebody go get them, get the contract. Somebody make sure that this shit's taken care of once we get them. Like that's pretty much the two things you need right there. All right, but now I do know that both of y'all got YouTube channels. So can y'all share like basically what your channel is about and who it's for, what's the name of it, all that good stuff.
My YouTube is Forever the Fetty.
Okay.
So I go by Fetty Fitness on YouTube, or you can look me up at Forever the Fetty, and Instagram, TikTok, Forever the Fetty.
And mine is just my name, the same name you see there, Ola Kemfa. And yeah, all the Instagram, Ola Kemfa, Twitter, all the same stuff. Definitely, you said who it's for, right? Who and what
Yep.
we do on the channel.
Yep.
Okay, so the channel, I just think it's about just any knowledge that I get, just things that I think about. Maybe I read something, maybe I come to realizations. I always just try and share knowledge, wisdom that can help other people. And just I guess the journey, just trying to win, just trying to be the best, trying to get to the top, anything like that. And it's for people who just want to win in life. And definitely go to my website too, olakamfa.com. Buy my book. I'm dropping a
Hey,
book May 30th on my birthday. Buy it. 50 Reasons I Can't Lose.
hey, I
Can't
love that. Okay. I didn't even know you had that back. So make sure y'all go get that book. I appreciate you for letting me know on that. All right, but now one more question before we wrap it up. Actually, well, two more, but one more big one I always ask before we wrap it up, and it's this: if somebody's watching this video or listening to the podcast and they thinking that they want to start a company, they think about jumping to the entrepreneurship, but they just kind of scared to make that jump. What advice would you get to that person right now?
I would say there's nothing to be scared of, really. Another human being did it, so why can't you do it?
Yeah, facts. I would just be like, it's either you're gonna start now or you're gonna never start. I just think like you either gotta do it, you're either gonna do it right now or you're never gonna do it. So the best time is always now. And that's all we got.
Facts, facts. Love that. Now the final question, which we kind of said it, but we're gonna say it again. Let the people know where you can be found, how they can follow your journey going from here.
So like I said, Ola Kemfa on everything, olakamfa.com. I'm going to be releasing a lot of products on that website. and just go buy everything there. I promise you, you're gonna get value.
Yeah, like I was saying before, yeah, anybody that wants to, level up their fitness, mindset, I post, fitness content, things like that can, help people out, motivate you to, get up, do what you got to do. So Fetty Fitness, like I was saying, on YouTube, Forever the Fetty, on TikTok, Forever the Fetty. Yeah, anybody that wants to level up their body, mindset, check my channel out.
Appreciate that, fellas. Thank y'all so much for coming on. I tell you what, speaking of leveling up your body, I tried that 100 push-ups a day challenge. I couldn't hang. I did a little.
No, I saw it. How did that work? Like, how did you start feeling after like day 40? I know it was like day 40. You did it to it.
No, I definitely felt like I was swelling up for sure. You know what I mean? But I was like, you know what? At my age, I don't know if I want to swell up. I think I just want to make sure I'm in shape. I mean, make sure I keep my mobility going.
That challenge definitely not easy.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
And I tell you what, I'm not going to try that.
You still tried it.
The mild challenge. That one, I mean, if you want to challenge yourself, anybody, I think anybody should try and do a 1-year challenge, because it's really not about the physicality of it. I think it's more about the mental. Like, you got to go do the same thing every single day for a whole year, no matter how you're feeling. I think it's really more of a mental challenge even than a physical challenge.
Facts. No, I love that, man. I appreciate y'all boys for coming on again. As always, nothing but value shared. And y'all, we got to make y'all come back a little bit more. Don't be a stranger. And definitely, Ola, when the book officially dropped, we're going to get you right back on here just to talk about that.
I appreciate that, AJ. Thank you for having the song. We definitely don't take it for granted, and just look forward to keep working with you.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate
All right,
you.
see y'all soon. Appreciate y'all. What's up, y'all? It's AJ Simmons, and it's time again, y'all. We're doing the Clean Biz Network Conference again this July 23rd through the 25th, 2025. Get your tickets at cbnconference.com. But before you do that, let me tell you why you should do it. Y'all already know how we gonna do it, y'all. We got so many guest speakers for y'all. Top notch as always. I'm talking Caroline Arellano. I'm talking Andrew Lewis, that is, from the automation program. You know myself as well, I'm definitely gonna be a speaker this year. And I got some surprises for y'all. I'm not gonna give y'all all the speakers ahead of time. You just gotta get in the building, all right? But you already know it's gonna be top notch, and we definitely gonna have some featured guests. You already know Tenacity Academy will be in the building. DJ The Boss is scheduled to be here as well. Peter Bolin is definitely scheduled to be here, and he's also a sponsor for this year's event. Shout out to Peter. Mario Kelly will definitely be in the building. You do not want to miss this event, y'all. Make sure you get your tickets. Okay, so now, this area we're in right here, this is where all our vendors and sponsors will be. So if you kind of get a look at these tables here, you see we're gonna have the food trays out. We're gonna have the vendors nonstop. I mean, it's gonna be real. Y'all know how we do it here at CBN, y'all. And then I'm gonna take you into the actual conference area. So if we walk into here, and so this is not even close to what we got going on. You see that wall right there? It opens. And so we're gonna open that wall all the way down to accommodate the 200 cleaning business owners all over the country and beyond the country, because shout out to Canada. Canada always shows up for us, and other countries as well. And so we all gonna come out. It'll be a big enough space to accommodate all of us, hundreds of cleaning business owners all in one area, coming together, almost like a family reunion, getting educated and getting celebrated, y'all. And as you can see, plenty of entertainment. Like I said, bring the kids, y'all. We got the pool area. It's Florida, what do you expect? You know what I mean? Like, we gonna be chilling, it's a vibe, y'all. Palm trees, just waiting, you know what I mean? How you chilling in the sun, just the way we do down here in Florida, y'all. Now, if you like me, you know you're gonna wanna get your workout on. So we definitely got the workout center over here. Come on, get your workout in. Just cause we out here, we on vacation a little bit, we business a little bit, but we definitely gotta stay in shape. Health as well, we already know that. So you already know where I'm gonna be. Y'all gonna meet me at the bar. Y'all know I prefer a beer, so if you wanna treat me to a drink, just bring me a little Michelob Ultra or Bud Light, I'll be just fine, all right? But we definitely gonna have the bar for y'all open as well. Come on, pull up and get you a drink and get comfortable. Meet some people, collab, man. Get out that house and come network with us. All right, now I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about this little pool table right here. Tenacity Academy team came over here, Miss Johnson, Miss Tamika. They came over here, they played me and Regina. They lost. Right? They lost to us in a little game of pool. So if y'all trying to get next on this pool table, make sure y'all come meet us here at the Clean Business Network Conference in 2025. Y'all, come on. All right, look, y'all. So I showed you around, let you see what it's gonna be. It's your chance just to pull up, man. Come on out here, chill with us, build with the #1 cleaning business network in the industry, y'all. The Clean Biz Network. Meet us at our annual conference down here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's always sunny. Y'all know the vibes with me. We chilling, but we also gonna learn. We gonna get educated, and we gonna turn up. We gonna celebrate our industry, y'all, because we are the most overworked and most overlooked, y'all. So it's time that you come get celebrated and get the flowers that you deserve, y'all. Meet me down here, Jacksonville, Florida, July 23rd through the 25th. Get your tickets at www.cbnconference.com. We're gonna have a live DJ throughout the entire event. Y'all already know how we do it. The best speakers in the world is gonna be here for the industry, y'all. We got cleaning companies coming from all over the country as well as outside of the country, y'all. This is that one event every year that you do not want to miss. Don't be the one. Don't be that one this year saying, oh, I should have came. Oh, when's the next one? You never know what's going to be the next one or not. So come to this one, y'all. Get your tickets. I'm AJ Simmons. I'll talk to y'all later.